So this video is for those students who had trouble logging in to the 11 o'clock math Zoom. I know a few did have some difficulty with their internet. So I just wanted to create this super quickly. We did go over number lines 3A. I'm going to load the 3B for them to be practicing on Seesaw for a few of these number lines on here. But I'm gonna go ahead and I'll do a couple of examples for those who still need it. So we've been counting by skip counting, and earlier in the week we were skip counting by twos. The twos get a little bit tricky just because the numbers are so close together, and it usually doesn't follow a super easy order like 2, 4, 6, 8. Usually it's gonna start at a random number. The same thing with the fives. The fives were a little bit easier for the students. I know today they expressed how easy it was at the very beginning because they're skip counting by fives. If they're not too sure what comes next, they can just start at 5 and say 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, and they can keep on going. So that one would be a little bit easier on A, B, and C. However, the tricky one gets right here on letter D. So let me explain how I show the kids how to do that. Some of them may not have to show all of this work, but I do emphasize to the students to show their work in math. As a former 4th grade teacher, I know how important it is for kids to show their work, especially in the upper grades. And it also helps to see, for me, how they got it, why they got it wrong, if they do get it wrong, because of the work that they show. So I do highly suggest them showing their work all the time. So it gave us 18 and 23, and then it gave us the number 58, and we had to fill in the rest. So if this direction on this page says to skip count by fives, this is what we do. I told the students, we're gonna skip count by fives and draw 5 little lines in between. 1, 2, 3, 4. This black line here counts as the 5th line, okay? So I told them we only draw 4 in between. I know one of them said, but Miss, you only drew 4. And I said, yes, because here's 1, 2, 3, 4. This one would count as the 5th one. And I can count that by jumping 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's how I showed them. So if we jump 5 times, this one's 18. All we do is keep counting. 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. I'm gonna make another 4 lines. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, this black line that's right here would be my 5, my 5th one. I can jump 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's my 5th. After 23 would come 24, 25, 26, 27. So I would write 28. Again, if I keep putting my lines, this would be 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. This would be 34, 35, 36, 37, 38. So again, I did tell the kids those little lines are much easier. All these jumps, it's so close together where it might get a little bit confusing for them just because they might be making too big of a loop. So those little dashes or the little lines in between would be probably more helpful for them. Letter E was super easy for them since it did start at 5. Letter F, again, was like the one that I just went over. If the directions say, which they do to skip count by fives, that's how I know how many lines to put in between. So 1, 2, 3, 4, here's my 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, there's my 5, my 5th one, okay? This starts at 28. After 28, it's 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. So I wrote 33. After that, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38. Again, the lines make it super easy for them to get it and to be successful. I'm gonna go ahead and load 3B in the Seesaw for them to complete, okay? What I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna do one more since this one's not filled in. For those who still need a little bit of help, I'm gonna go through number 1 a little slower. My directions say to count by fives. So there's my first one. I'm going to jump, or I'm going to count. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's my 5. It's already there for me. Again, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to skip count by fives, okay? I'm going to count on after 14. After 14 is 15, 16, 17, 18. So this one would be 19. I'm going to draw my lines in between. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. This one's my 5. After 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Again, I'm going to draw my lines. 1, 2, 3, 4. This one's the 5. After 24 is 25, 26, 27, 28. This one would be 29. So as you can see, all we're doing basically is we're kind of doing some addition here, and we're just adding on 5 every single time, just using a number line, okay? But it is important for them to not just know the 5s easy, like 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. They have to know counting by 5s starting at a random number like what is shown here. Okay, if anybody does need more help, I am happy to do a one-to-one Zoom with anyone. So just let me know. Thank you.